Imagine this. A plane is taking off to reach its destination, and then it mysteriously vanishes somewhere in the sky. No crash, no signals, no clues. And then, decades later, the same plane returns. What happens then? Is time travel possible? Or is it something else? Something beyond human comprehension. Today, we are going to share a story with you that will leave you stunned. This is the mystery of Flight 914, July 3rd, 1955. Everything at New York's LaGuardia Airport was normal. Pan American World Airways Flight 914 was ready for takeoff. A short flight from New York to Miami. Just a few hours in the air. 57 passengers and 4 crew members were seated, dreaming of their destinations. The plane took off on time, but just moments later, the flight disappeared from the radar. The control tower tried repeatedly to contact the plane, but there was no response. The radar signal of the plane also vanished. No distress call, no emergency signal. It was as if the plane had been swallowed by both the sky and the earth. An emergency search operation was launched. A massive search was carried out. But the plane was never found, and there was no trace of the passengers. After a few weeks, Flight 914 was officially declared missing. People were stunned. How could a plane disappear so easily? 37 years passed. The world had changed. And then, on September 9th, 1992, an unusual event took place. At Venezuela's Caracas International Airport, an unknown plane appeared on the radar. The control tower was surprised. The plane looked old, as if it were from another time. The tower made contact and received this response. This is Pan Am Flight 914 from New York to Miami, requesting landing clearance. Everyone was shocked. How could this be? Pan American Airways had shut down, and Flight 914 had disappeared in 1955. But the plane was there. The control tower gave the emergency landing signal. The plane smoothly landed on the runway. When authorities reached the plane, they were stunned. The plane looked like it was from the 1950s. The crew and passengers were dressed in old-fashioned clothes. It was as if time had stopped for them. When immigration officers met the pilot said, confused, "What's going on? We took off just a few hours ago." They had no idea that they had traveled 37 years into the future. When they were told it was now 1992, panic spread among the crew and passengers. In their shock, the pilot immediately started the plane's engine. And without permission, the plane took off again and vanished into the sky. No signal appeared on the radar again. Only a mystery remained. But is the story true? When this incident was researched, it was discovered that the story of Flight 914 was first published in 1985 by a tabloid magazine called Weekly World News. Weekly World News was known for sensational stories, creating fake tales about aliens, time travel, and other bizarre events. There is no record of Flight 914 disappearing in any aviation log. No official investigation, no eyewitness reports. This story was a fiction, so captivating that people around the world believed it to be true. Sometimes, some stories are so beautiful that even if they aren't true, our hearts don't want to believe them as a lie. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like and subscribe, and get ready for another mystery-filled tale.